Hi guys, what's going on? My name is Alicia and this is Coffee Talk 1111. So today I wanted to do a general twin flame reading. Whatever happens, we're just going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. Let's just go. Come on. So if you guys are watching this reading, please do hit that subscribe button. I'm new to YouTube, but I'm not new to tarot. Hit that subscribe button for your girl. Anyway, I am it is what it is type of a person. So what we're going to do is, like I always do, I have a lot of twin flame videos on my channel. I also have a series on telepathy, things like that, and shadow work and things like that. So go ahead and go over to my channel, check that out. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start with the divine the divine masculine. You know what? We got to go with feminine because I just said it. And usually I use this deck for the feminine, but this time I want to use this deck. So our masculines are going to be in pink. So let's just jump into it. Spirit, what is the current energy for the divine masculine? I got two cards. Hangman and Queen of Wands. Okay, so it's like a surrendering. This could be possibly involving a fire sign. The masculine can be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and particularly Leo. It's like a surrender. Let's see. What is the past energy, please, for the connection for the masculines? I'm having a hard time talking. And usually when that happens, that's like saying that like there's communication errors. So let's just see. And the past energy, please, Spirit, for the divine masculine. The Death card. So something had ended. That's better. So in the past, something had ended. All right. Then we have in the current energy, we have the King of Swords in reverse. And then in the present energy, we have the Lovers in the future energy. Outcomes, please. There is a loss or a regret, and they don't want to carry that anymore. They don't want to feel that loss and regret with the Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands. They want to put them burdens down. Okay. So we're going to pause on this masculine. We're going to pull some for the feminine, and then we'll come back over to the masculine and vice versa. All right. Let's see. Spirit, what is the current energy for the divine feminine, please? There's like, let's see. I'm going to pull one more card. There's like it's like being isolated and stuck. And then we have the Three of Cups, which is like, it's about like family, community, teamwork. So it's like possible that the feminine is not moving forward right now. She's very stuck energy, wanting to be alone. And it looks like that might be on work. It's like a work situation. Like maybe she's like, doesn't know what she wants to do, he or she. I'm just saying she because we're saying feminine. In the past, we have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords as the possible outcome or current like fears and things like that. So what it's looking like right now is the feminine is really trying to focus on putting in like work and effort. It could be on herself or finding a new job or a career. It looks like in comparison to some of the older readings, like it was a lot of like feminine was going to start like in their future energy was going to start looking more into themselves, and working on themselves. And now it's like, okay, that pressure's kind of on. And it looks like, to me, it's like a lot of ways it's a surrender. And I think that that's exactly what our feminine energy needed to do, was to really surrender to this connection, this twin flame connection, and really focus on herself. So, yeah. And then, like, I see in the future that there's going to be, like, a lot of success in starting to go after what it is that she wants. We're going to see what happens as we clarify for this connection, but right now I think that feminine is really kind of going within and, like, really trying to determine the next steps. And it may be because there was an ending here with this masculine, so there's, like, possible separation. But anyway, let's clarify over here on the masculine, and then we'll clarify over here on the feminine. So, like I said, in the current energy, we have the Hangman and the Queen of Wands. This is very much like, I have to surrender. This is like a surrendering type of energy. Let's see. And then we have the Hierophant. So we have Leo and we have Taurus. Doesn't have to be. Or a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's like surrendering to your beliefs. It's like whatever the beliefs are, tradition, or even like routine. What is it that the masculine is surrendering to? That this is what makes them happy. This is actually like what they feel is success for them. A successful relationship, because we have the Lovers. Okay, in the past we have the Death card. So what was the ending? What did the ending cause for the masculine? What did the ending cause for the masculine? It caused them to really go within and learn a lot about themselves and learn about this connection truly. With the Hermit. The Hermit is very like, his eyes are closed and he's like going inside. Like he's like, it's like he's learning, he's growing, and he's evolving. And it may be something that the masculine needed. What else do we have with the Hermit, please, in the past? The Four of Pentacles. It's almost like going within and like having a moment of time where it's like, what is it that makes me feel stable? Or what is it that I value? And kind of like wondering, like looking at what it is that masculine really wants in relationship, in life. What is important? And I think that was kind of what that ending had caused. And then in the current energy, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very like calculated and like, I want to, I'm planning this out. I know how I'm going to come in. It's very like that. It's like very direct energy. Can also be an Aries, by the way. I mean, not an Aries. I don't know why I said Aries. It could be Gemini in the current energy. Now, it was in reverse, but I usually don't read reversals, but I do want to point that out. So there could be an ending with a Gemini. Say the masculine may be involved with a Gemini. But it can be I want to be very smart and clear about something. Like, I want to use my intuition, but not only follow my heart, but it's like, okay, what makes sense? Could be either or both. Yeah, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is like, it's like, it can be an engagement, like an ending to an engagement with a Gemini, or it can be education, working hard. That card to me is always like, I've done the hard work and it's paying off, but at the same time, it's not even necessarily that. That can literally be like, I'm putting in hard work on myself. I'm healing. I'm really looking at my issues and my blocks. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that I understand myself and who I am as a person. That's how it always feels to me. Everybody reads differently. And I always go with my intuition on readings. Not so much like the textbook meanings, you know. I mean, that's what makes in my opinion, a good reading is when you can actually fill out the energy. What else do you have for the Eight of Pentacles, please? We have the Knight of Wands. So it's like being in that energy, coming in. It's fast moving energy. So it's like, you know what? Like, I'm going to figure out who I am, what I want to do. And I want to be smart. I want to be like calculated on this move. I want it to make sense. But I'm also, at the same time, I'm not feeling that there's a lot of heart energy currently. It's like, okay, I got to take a look at my life. And I got to determine where it is that I want to go. And what I want to do. If that makes sense. This could also be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, we're getting a lot of fire. And I have that one earth or one air energy right there. And then I have a Taurus in here too. All right. What do we have for the future, please, with the Lovers for the masculine? Okay, so we have the Lovers, the Devil, and the Four of Swords. So this is clearly saying that in the future, they're going to realize that ending this love relationship or this either they're going to end something with somebody else, or they're going to realize after some rest and like after this period of separation, they're going to, it's like they're going, let me see, I'm going to pull another card. The Tower. They're going to really go through a moment of like dang, like I walked away from something that really meant something to me. Because up here we have the Five of Cups, and then we also have the Ten of Wands. So it's like there's a loss and a regret that is heavily involved and influenced in this reading. So it's like, I think right now that the masculine is truly going through, why did I walk away? Why did things play out the way that they did? And how am I to blame in this situation? What part did I play? And I think that they're like really looking at it now, like finally. And there's like a lot of like, man, I'm carrying this burden of loss and regret, and like really starting to feel them feelings. They want to take a leap of faith with the Fool card. I think that they're really thinking about like, how will it go? What will I say? You know what I'm saying? If I came back around. What else do we have for the Fool, please? Yeah, they want to come forward with the Six of Swords. They want to come forward. They want to communicate. They want to take this to another level. What is the environmental factors right now for the masculine, please, Spirit? And thank you so much. They are, right now, I think that they had been focused a lot on their money, right? And they got to a certain place. It's possible that they got to a certain place financially. And it's like, okay, I've accomplished all that I can when it comes to the business front and the money front. Now I'm ready to take action with the Magician, because I'm still so unhappy. Like, if you look at this card, like this, I guess it's a guy or whatever, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, he's sitting in the bed and he's like covering his face, and he's like, you know what, like, I'm not as successful, or I'm not in a place where I thought I was going to be if I did X, Y, and Z. Future influences. We have the Three of Cups. So this is like friendships, community, support. Can be working situation, working together as a team or a celebration. We have the Five of Wands, which is like conflict. Page of Swords, it's like having the courage and the energy. We're going to talk about it. Hold on. Three of Swords. So it's possible that there may have been another person, right? There may have been another person, possibly somebody that they had worked with, or they could have worked with the feminine. But there was a conflict in that. There was definitely a conflict in that, and possibly a third party energy. It's kind of like getting the courage or the energy to end a third party situation, or to come forward and say, you know what, like I left because there was somebody else. I left because of another person. Maybe it's possible that, you know, this masculine didn't really give a reason and kind of just ghosted. The outcome is the Sun, happiest card in the deck. The Queen of Swords. We'll talk about it. Hold on. Which is Libra energy. Ace of Cups. And Six of Wands. They're going to realize their happiness, and they're going to want that happiness again. They're going to find the emotional balance, because they are going to come forward. Like this is like forward moving energy. Like they're like, okay, you know what? I got to put all this aside. I've confronted all of my fears, my insecurities. And I've really, like, the grass was not greener on the other side. And like, in a lot of ways, take that how that resonates. But, you know, it's like, I'm ready to come forward. Some of the fears that they have in doing this. It's like they have to end a cycle, which could be a pattern or a wound or a blockage. Find that balance emotionally. It's possible that they felt like they may have had like a blockage of like, I want to be free, and relationships make me feel like I'm tied down. And they want to find that. They want to find that balance, because they want to come forward with the Knight of Cups, and they want to express that love that they have. I think that that's what's going on with the masculine. I think it's a lot of like understanding how they feel. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Cups. So I think that they have had a period of time during this break or this separation, or no communication, to where they were really thinking about how they were going to go about doing this and coming forward, or ending something if they had another person, or just like really working on blocks and things like that. Like healing from whatever happened in the past, in this relationship, in this connection. All right, so let's go back over here to the feminine. All right. So in the current energy, like I said, it looks like the feminine had took a lot of time going within. Definitely isolating themselves from a lot of people is what I get. Like isolating themselves from their family, their friends. And they were like really putting in a lot of work on themselves, like mentally, I feel, more so than anything. And it was really hard. You know, I think that the feminine definitely did take a lot of, like, when it came to this connection, I think that she took like a lot to heart, and like it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. It was extremely disappointing. It caused depression, possibly. But it caused the feminine to be like kind of almost shut down, but in a lot of ways awakened to the possibilities. Like the feminine, there's no other way to say it. It hurt. It was like one of the worst pains that the feminine had ever felt. when this ended, or this, it never ends. The twin flame connection never ends. But when there was a physical separation, let's call it, it was like the most painful feeling ever. And then in the past energy, we have the the Ace of Swords. And we have this special card that's in this deck called Raising Consciousness. In this ending, the feminine was still fighting for this. Because the feminine was more awakened to this connection and the true depths of this connection than the masculine was. And this is like another fighting card. It's like, I'm fighting for this. I want victory. I want to win this. And it's possible that could have scared the masculine off. That could have been the thing that caused conflict. Four of Wands. The Four of Wands to me, I don't know why, but the Four of Wands to me is like, it always makes me feel like spirit guides and angels are guiding this. Like this was meant to happen for a reason, to learn something else, to learn lessons. And a lot of times in twin flame relationships, separation happens because, separation happens because both masculine and feminine have lessons or cycles or blocks that they have to clear. And that's kind of the energy that I get from that. All right, and then the current energy, we have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Seven of Wands. What else do we have, please? And the Moon. Currently, I feel like the feminine is really trying to block her feelings right now, which you definitely can't, but like trying to fight off kind of her feelings in a situation, in this situation. It's like almost to numb the pain in a lot of ways. She's trying to like forget about it. Definitely trying to forget about it. But there was something interesting here. So with the masculine, we have the King of Swords. And then with the feminine, we have the Knight of Swords in the same position. And it's like, if you compare and contrast these cards, right? The masculine already went through like a time of like blocking out feelings and not being like, not trying to feel feelings, right? And focused a lot on his work, possibly, or her work. The feminine is now like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to feel this now. Like, I don't want to do this now anymore. And it's like really putting up them blocks and trying to like put all them feelings in the background. But the masculine is now like, the masculine, on the other hand, is like, you know what? I know what it is that I want, and I'm becoming kind of clear on this now. And I want to come after this now. When the feminine is keeping them feelings deep within now, because it hurts so bad. And, you know, it was just like one of the most painful things that the feminine could ever go through. But they're definitely, let's see. They're discovering how to have emotional balance when dealing with this. Like, I think that they're like really like, okay, we're in separation. I got to move forward. How can I find a way to be okay? Because I think that there was a time for the feminine that it's like the whole world came crashing down, and there was a lot of questioning the entire connection. But I think now it's like, okay, I gotta find a way to be okay. Like, I have to be okay. And then in the future, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands. Let's see what else we have. This is definitely like, I gotta get on my shit. I gotta get back in life, and I gotta do something different. The feminine may be also moving locations or changing jobs or something along them lines. And they're like getting to a point where, like, I think that was like really hard for the feminine in a lot of ways, to move on from this stuck energy. Feminine, it can be a he, of course, but was very stuck after this, like, ending. And it's like, now it's like, okay, I'm getting my grounding. I gotta get back out in this world, and I gotta figure this thing out. And I think that there is some, like, questions about possibly moving to another location, like I said, changing another job, and taking a leap of faith or some action in that. So we have, it's like I'm walking away from the pain, kind of a feel for me. I think that the feelings for the feminine has calmed down some, to where the feminine can finally just be okay. That's really what I'm getting right now. Excuse me. And they're manifesting. The feminine is definitely manifesting still a new cycle in life. It's like, you know what? Twin flame relationships, they're always going to be there. Your heart will always love this person. But at the end of the day, it's like, you got to move forward even in separation, because there's things in life that you're supposed to experience. And I think that, like, looking at this reading, for example, I think that the feminine took this really hard and is now like, you know what? I'm ready for something new, because I don't want to sit here and be stuck in this energy or have resentment or pain, or like think about this masculine in a way of like, how can you do that to me? And, because they're not in communication. Like, I think that feminine does not understand what masculine is really going through right now. And so right now, I think feminine really feels that it may be over. I think there's a small thing in her and feminine's head, though, that's like, it may be still here. But yeah, I think that they may be contemplating, like I said, leaving a situation and going forward, or wanting to move to a new area. It's very possible. But we do have the Tower from that. We do have the Tower. What is the Tower, please? They don't feel balanced in making this decision. That's what the Tower's speaking on, and with the Two of Pentacles. It's like, they don't feel secure in making a new change in their environment, in their life. I think they're really questioning the decision, like their stability. Like, if I do this new thing, or if I move, am I going to be okay? And let's see. They're like holding on still. I think that financially, for example, if this is a new job or something, I feel like financially, whatever it is that they were doing may not work out, but feminine is going to do something new. They're going to do something new, possibly go back to school. but they're going to do something different and new once leaving an environment or a situation. Possibly, like I said, moving. And it could be something around psychic gifts or anything like that. But the feminine is definitely being guided right now. I think this is part of the feminine's blocks. Is like, I think that the feminine gave so much to this relationship and this connection, which how can you not? But like, I think it was part of the block for feminine to really start focusing on herself and not over giving to another situation. Yeah. There's definitely a choice or a stalemate in letting go and forgiving the situation and being strong and being in feminine's power. This is an emphasis, because once that happens, we have a love offer coming in with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is, it's like after you find that and you go to work and you find your own stability and maybe lose like some codependency possibly. I see a huge love offer coming in from the masculine, because we have the Emperor. There is going to be a love offer, but I think that this is like one of those really strong blocks. There's a really strong block that feminine has, possibly with codependency or overgiving, or I'm seeing like possibly even abundance blocks, because we do need money to survive in this world. We still live in the 3D, and it's like there's nothing you can really do to like ignore that. What is something like some advice for the feminine right now? Two of Cups. I think that that's just confirmation that this does exist. This is not just in your mind, but at the same time, like, you got to really focus on yourself right now. Feminine, if you're the feminine, this could, whoever this resonates with. And then for the masculine, what is the advice, please? This is like hard work paying off. So I think it's related to closing out blocks and chapters in the masculine's life and learning them lessons. All right, we're going to pull an advice card for the feminine, please. What is the advice that the feminine needs to hear right now? Pray. So pray on the situation. Believe that where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. And you are learning lessons and you're healing right now. And then for the masculine, please. Triumphant. So it's definitely about working hard and a victory for sure, and overcoming. It's like overcoming energy. And what about for the connection, please, together? Vision. Both see this connection now. I truly believe that both are very open to the connection, and I think that it's all coming to light. Let's see. I'm gonna pull for the connection, Mystic Sisters. What is the advice for the connection right now and the current energies? I think it's like initiation or something. Yeah, like initiation. We're going to read it though. I probably messed that word up, but it's all good. With all due respect, where is it at? Okay, here we go. The key words are rituals, ceremonies, and rites. Um, the entity, I don't know, is on the threshold of new reality. A magical ceremony is taking place that marks the beginning of a new phase. She may be unrecognizable to herself on the other side. She has reached this moment through intensive study and ultimate surrender. She has earned this sacred rite of passage through determined effort. Dang, y'all. Drawing this card signifies that an accomplishment has been reached and a transitional period is about to begin. Through change can be though change can be uncomfortable and at times I don't know this word. Disconcerting or something. You may soon find your new reality feels entirely natural. You have been a dedicated student and have now gained the skills your new endeavors require for success. Dang, y'all, this was like, that was on point for this reading. Let me show you guys this card. This is such a beautiful deck. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, I think that is definitely like, that is speaking on really like learning, and it's like learning, growing, and transitioning. And they said it was crazy because they said in this they said she may be unrecognizable to herself on the other side. So during this period of time, I feel that when you guys, masculine and feminine, get back together, it's going to be a whole different feeling because there's been so much growth and change. And it's just like, you got to have faith in that. You got to have faith. Yeah. Commitment. We got the commitment card. And pause is always a time for me to say, okay, it's time to stop the reading. But like commitment and pause and trust. I feel like this is like pause and know that it's going to come in the right time. But anyway, y'all, this is a beautiful reading. This is what I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please do hit that subscribe button, like this video. I so appreciate it. Anyway, y'all have a good day.